Next up at UFC Vegas 39, we have Chris Gutierrez versus Felipe Colares. Chris Gutierrez, 16-3-2 overall, 4-0-1 in his last 5. Felipe Colares, 10-2 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5, alternating wins and losses. Chris Gutierrez is a nasty kickboxer with great low kicks and cage control. He will light up your legs and he will control the center of that cage while doing it. He has great volume and solid cardio to keep that pace. There's no secrets as to what his game plan is. Like, he's just looking to light up your legs and go from there. He plots forward with the leg kicks and then throws nice, big, straight, heavy punches right behind him. He has really good takedown defense, which allows him to be loose on his feet. Felipe Colares is a BJJ black belt. He has mediocre striking at best. He has decent cardio, and he's not a quitter. Check out his fight against Montel Jackson to see how tough he actually is. He doesn't want to strike with somebody like Chris because he will 100% be on the wrong side of those striking exchanges. If you look at the stats, they tell a very scary story on their feet. Chris lands 4 strikes for every 2 that he takes, and Felipe gets hit 4 times for every 2 that he lands. So polar opposites, and Felipe is just taking a beating across the board, basically. The path to victory is definitely the grappling. That's easier said than done because Gutierrez has a 73% takedown defense compared to Felipe's 23% accuracy. So dominant striker with phenomenal low kicks versus somebody who will need to get it on the ground to win this fight. He's not going to be able to get it on the ground because his legs are just going to be lit the hell up. I did place a bet on this, but before I tell you what it is, what are your thoughts, Jake?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised the odds. Again, this is the first time I'm seeing the odds. I'm surprised that these are that wide because, Chris Gutierrez, I agree, probably should win this fight, but he's kind of a low volume guy. He's not someone that's just going to rush forward and really kind of manhand you. He'll pick you apart, and Felipe will probably get hit. But for such low volume on a guy that likes to move forward, if you get him on his back foot, he's going to be uncomfortable. He's going to be even lower volume in that situation. So if Chris Gutierrez is able to control this, kind of move forward and put Felipe on his back, he probably will piece him apart. But, I like Felipe kind of with his toughness. You mentioned that with Montel Jackson. His last fight against Luke Sanders, he was actually dropped and almost finished in the first round, came back and won that decision. So with his toughness, if there's a weird scramble, you mentioned the jiu-jitsu's abilities, I could see some value here in $73 for Felipe. He probably shouldn't win, but that's at plus 210. It's something to maybe throw a half a unit or a unit at, and just kind of see what happens. So I think Chris Gutierrez should win, but I kind of like the underdog pick in Felipe.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree. I'm big on styles, and styles make fights, and honestly, the leg kicks are a big deal. It's no better way to slow somebody down to make sure you're not going to get taken down than throwing those low leg kicks. If he threw high body kicks, one could get caught, but he's just lighting up your calves, lighting up those low leg kicks. The bet that I have here is I did a half a unit on the round under because I feel like Chris is just going to light those legs up and make something happen. I only did a half a unit instead of a full unit because Felipe is tough. So I don't want to bank on that necessarily, but I also like the less on Gutierrez in Monkey Knife Fight for sure. I don't know what to do with Felipe's line. So what I'm probably going to do is mess with the rapid fires and the slates in Monkey Knife Fight and see if I can get Chris, because I know I'm going to do less on him. I don't know what to do with Felipe's line. That's pretty low. What do you think?
Yeah, you said you bet the under, and then you were kind of worried about Felipe's toughness. He's actually one of those guys. There's a difference between being tough and just be able to take shots and knowing what to do when you're in those situations, right? When you know you're hurt and you know how to get out of those situations. You saw that in the Sanders fight. He's able to scramble out, get back to his feet, buy some time. So he knows what to do when he's hurt. The problem is when you know what to do when you're hurt, that means you're getting hurt a lot, right? So, so that's not a good thing on the flip side. So I would probably play. Damn, I like Felipe's toughness too, but probably did you say less maybe? Yeah, that 46.5 is tough.
That's a tough line. I mean, honestly, I had 2 successful splits last week where I did the less and the more or whatever. I split it. I had 2 of them. This is a hard one. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Felipe's line, but Certainly the less on Gutierrez, because he's going to light up the leg kicks, but he's not, he doesn't throw a ton of strikes. So I'll find him in some slates and go from there. I did the under on rounds, but there's a million prop bets that you could probably make some money here. Like Chris Gutierrez wins inside the distance, decision, no action. He's already a favorite, but sometimes they mess those lines up, and you can get that at minus 200 instead of minus 275 or something like that. But wewantpicks.com/bets. Grab yourself a promo up to $2,500 deposit matches.